Hello. I'm just going to wait like 1 minute and then I'll start. Just checking to make sure everything's correct. But I'm going to be doing... Scrooby, is that your favorite thing to say? Come on. I'm going to be doing a demo review from a medic named Boutros. He sent me his STV demo. And he wanted to hear about some positioning stuff, but I'm going to be basically saying anything that I see. It's a short demo, so I'll see what I can get out of it. And I guess I'll just start now. So the first thing that I see is that he didn't get any buffs on his scouts, and that's kind of an issue because neither of them delayed either, and he's not really in a position to heal them. Here, okay, one scout just died really early, and part of it could be because he didn't get a buff. And if you look at the health of each team, the other red team is, they're all full, so that scout was basically just a free death. So at this point, like, they're already losing middle and they just got here. I think right now basically their move has to be send their soldiers to like equalize this. Basically their soldiers need to like get out of this corner, get on the other medic, get on the demo, kill something, and then this other scout that's alive should be playing more of a pocket role right now, if they want to stay in on this fight. So it's still early, they can maybe try and still win this mid, but they have to act really quickly. So yeah, they're not really moving much. That soldier probably should have jumped away, and now that their medic is lit, they're backing up. After they got all these picks, they should be thinking about going back in, but the soldier shouldn't be running away with the medic like nearest to middle, because if someone was chasing, the medic would probably be dead. So I would have had the soldier stay near the choke to prevent anyone from getting in, and the medic try and back up a little bit. He has the right idea to go back in because of the number advantage, but he shouldn't be the one that's nearest here. The soldier should have probably been there, and they're lucky because no one was chasing them. But here they go back into mid, and they actually won the fight because their soldiers managed to get so many picks. And okay, here he saw that scout retreating on the right side. So basically the scout, his only move right now would be to kill the medic, force the Uber, something like that. So I'd say he should just try and make as much distance as possible between him and the scout. So he should probably be playing like the back side of the point, and just keeping his distance because the scout can't chip him down. He has to close the distance to kill the medic. And he's kind of looking around. He's not ever looking to his left, which is kind of scary. It's risky because that scout could still be looking to flank from up top. He's looking like straight at the ground. The scout could have gotten in catwalk and jumped right on him and he wouldn't even know. So he's just looking in a really weird angle right now. I'd say they should probably wait just a couple seconds to get their teammates here. It'd be great to have a scout to also lead on this push. Yeah, they have a scout that just died. So that scout was in way too far. You should probably be playing the heals, and they can just push as a team, and they should get yard for free. And they have a massive advantage, so those kind of deaths are really, they hurt your team a lot if you just die at random times, especially when you have big advantage, because you could cap 2 points off those kind of advantages. Oh, he lagged out. That's not good. But maybe his team doesn't need a medic to win. Oh, he's back. Oh my god, that dodging. Oh my god. Okay, hopefully he comes back, because if he's lagged out for this whole demo, that's gonna be bad. Okay, he should be back. It's gonna be roughly even, so if you went crits here, that'd be a decent idea. He went regular, so they're pretty much just gonna have to build it back up and see if they can get a pick or a force or something like that. They shouldn't expect to have an advantage, even though they have like 10% advantage right now. That's nothing they could really plan to use, so this is fine, just waiting and building. Oh, I noticed the red scout who's building is like hurting himself down to like 10 health. That's kind of bad. You should only hurt yourself like 170, I guess. That's what Indust always tells me. Stay below 170. So something like that. Also, this spot right here, it's kind of risky because if any sniper opened the door, he could easily body shot this medic or a soldier up top. He doesn't like to look up. I've noticed that. He's always looking kind of down at the ground. And one thing in TF2 is soldiers jump up really high, scouts jump up really high. They're going to attack you from above sometimes, and he's always looking down at the ground, which is not ideal. Just like right now, he has no idea who's attacking him. It's kind of bothering me, just because he's looking at the ground so much. But at least he's like trying to heal his team. As you saw on that last push, he was trying to heal his team instead of like going battle medic or something, and I think that's the right move. Just heal your scouts late in the fight and they'll clean up, just like what happened. Here he managed to get a buff on one scout, so hopefully that guy will stay alive a little bit more. Yeah, I don't like how he's trapping himself in the corner so much. I think part of it is because his soldier is always just sitting there on the ground. If the soldier is like afraid of their team, he could maybe walk up the far left side and jump from there, just so they move a little bit. They just stand behind that crate. It's kind of vulnerable, I guess. So, okay, at this point, he has massive Uber advantage. All he has to worry about is a sticky trap, and if he was listening close enough, he would know the demo didn't trap the second point, so they should just cap this, and just like last time, they need to wait for numbers when they have a massive advantage. No one should be dying right now, and they should just push as a team. They're kind of going in a bit early, I'd say. They don't have a scout, which might hurt their push. Okay, it worked. But really, the only mistake that I'm really seeing so far is just his like crosshair placement, I guess, like where he's looking. He's always looking down at the ground, like I've said so many times, and I don't think he's really looking around enough. Yeah, ideally that soldier would jump away and he'd just pocket a scout. He's just pocketing this soldier who's doing 0 damage, spamming like horizontal rockets. And now he should be checking to see if he got flanked, but he just backed up straight into yard without checking to his right. I don't think they should even be trying to hold yard either, just because of the numbers. It's risky again. Because if the other team saw him just standing here, they could easily send in this soldier. They did it a bit late, but that soldier, if he came in just like 3 seconds earlier, would have easily forced the Uber. Okay, they killed their medic, so now they basically just need to stay tight as a team. It's fine if he just walks with his soldier. And once a medic eats a pipe like that, he should be like looking around like crazy because he wants to milk it. He doesn't want to pop off just 100 damage probably, but if he sees someone else, he kind of has to pop, and that's basically the only thing he has to worry about. After he eats a pipe, he should just be looking around to make sure he's safe to milk the Uber. There he got shot in the back like 4 times and he didn't turn around. So yeah, I'd say it's not really his positioning that's a problem like he thought. So far it's mostly just his sort of awareness, I guess, and yeah, awareness, looking around, whatever. But his team is playing really well. Other than that first round, no one's really like dying out of place, so it's pretty good so far. When he has a huge advantage like that, it's fine to just Uber right in, like he did. But if possible, he'd want to look around a little bit more, or wait for some sort of call from his team before he popped so early. Because if he could have closed all that distance without popping, it just would have been twice as effective, I guess. No. Okay, the soldier jumped this time, so now he got to the demo. He should be healing a scout. Yeah, I would back out now. He's a bit hesitant to back out, I guess. He needs to be paying attention to the numbers more, just like in the mid-fight. Once a few people start dying, just hit tab and keep track of the numbers. If that's not his job, someone on his team needs to be very decisive with that call. But I'd say it's partly the medic's job because he's the one that needs to survive. Oh. So in that push, I'm just gonna pause real quick. When the other team Ubered, it was fine that he instantly counter popped, but what he wasn't watching for was that scout who was Ubered and ran past him. Basically with his Uber, his flashes should always be trying to like deny damage, I think. So ignoring that scout who's gonna try and get a pick behind him was his only mistake there. Because he could have just easily flashed the soldier and then the scout would have no way of doing anything. He'd be a pick to the soldier, I guess. And the demo would still be flashed, so could have multied there, I guess, a little bit. And now he's taking this fight. Oh. See, the thing is, he had some teammates still in yard, so I think it would have been safer to just stay with them instead of dueling a scout. And then, well, of course it would be, but let's just keep going. Let's see.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Seems a bit lost. I guess he was the one trying to fight the Bat Cat. Right now he should be telling his team that they have somewhat bad health. Both his soldiers were hurt, so they shouldn't be pushing right now. They should just be regrouping and holding. And they should assume the Ubers are roughly even. Like, they don't have any advantage or anything. They have no reason to be trying to peek this hard. Because this is just asking to get wiped almost. If the other team sees you peeking at a really bad time, then if they just challenge you a little bit, you're going to start losing players. Okay, down one. I don't think they need to really be in garage, really. Let's see. He died to a pipe. I'd say the smartest thing to do if you're gonna walk through that door is just to pop early on one person. There he had the demo and soldier right in front of him, so it can get pretty chaotic if spam is going through there and you're trying to manage the health of 3 people or 2 people, and you have to worry about popping at the right time. So usually I'd say you should just take it on this pocket soldier. It's even Ubers, so you're just trying to exchange Ubers and see what you can do afterwards. So I'd say take the soldier on that kind of thing if you're gonna go when it's even. If not, the way that you should just play it is always try and get an advantage when you're pushing. That way you don't have to worry about like retreating with Uber, basically. So they could have just slowed it down and sent in a soldier. That's probably what I would have called for at that point.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Oh, there might have been a trap.
Control point.
I guess no one checked that either, so that's a problem too if you're gonna push. If you throw a sticky or shoot the side of the wall, you clear the trap there. Alright. So right now, they just got a medic pick. I disagree with whoever's playing sniper right now. That's not a good idea. Because with this heal advantage, if they buffed both their one scout that just spawned, they should be able to just push the other team out and just use their heal advantage to go. But it looks like they're not really confident in pushing on like that kind of advantage because the numbers are technically equal, but they have the medic advantage right now. And they're playing really scared and sort of passive. I'd say they need to challenge the other team here. Because they're playing as if it's even Uber right now, and even everything. They're not really moving on the advantage that they had. And it's now almost, it's too late probably at this point to go, because the other medic has spawned and he's starting to buff everyone up. So he had a small window. This sniper in spawn is pretty pointless. I guess he just didn't realize that the other medic died, and that's pretty much all you're gonna kill, or all you should be trying to kill, I guess, is the medic, if you're sniping, in my opinion. Because you don't want to like sit in there trying to snipe a scout over and over and over. You just want to take your shot and then back spawn. It looks like his team is a bit split right now. Because he's not healing any scouts or his roamer at all. Oh, what the hell. There's a scout hiding. So it's fine to pop. If you have to pop, you have to pop. But now, I'd say the only person that could force him is the pocket that he's healing, because he had that short flash of Uber. So what he should have done is just healed his pocket up to that door, let his pocket go in, tell him you have to force their Uber, then start backing up. And hopefully they'll pop in middle, and you can set up a defense inside on second, or maybe at the choke points in yard. But he shouldn't have been leading on that push into middle. He should have realized that at that point, it's up to his soldier, and if that doesn't work, they're going to have advantage. We need to back up. Throwing away his life like this is definitely the worst thing that he could have done.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Oh, they're trying a back cap, which is pretty smart, except that it's a sniper back capping mid. Well, I guess they're doing a really good job of picking the other team's medic after the Uber, and they're kind of saving themselves by doing that. If I were going to evaluate this, I'd say you have to hold inside right now based on the numbers, and just wait until your team catches up to you, and kind of give up yard. Okay. Once you get a scout pick like that, sometimes what you want to think is that you can start pushing the flank a little bit harder. The other scout is apparently weak as well, so that probably would have been called. If you have that information about the other team's scouts, I'd say start pressuring the flank is probably a good idea. It'll turn a lot of heads and weaken their like main choke hold or whatever. So here, with that scout advantage, I would have maybe tried to push out Z and take the right yard as a team, then start moving into left and pushing them out. But yeah, they don't really, I guess they just don't really have confidence moving on those kind of advantages either. That scout maybe was trying, he just went out Z. He was trying to maybe do what I was saying, like take the yard because they were down a scout at some point, but first of all, he didn't wait for a buff, and second of all, he went all alone, so it was too late at that point.
Alert, alert. Our control point is being captured. Alert.
Okay, one issue is he was really slow to look around at who on his team was getting focused by that Uber. So like I said before, he should be trying to deny any damage from the other team's Uber. So that soldier there on the left, he should have been watching more what that guy was looking for, I think, rather than what his soldier was doing. So he should have turned around and looked at who that soldier was focusing, gave him a flash, and then looked back at the guy who was pushing. So he lost his demo because of that.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
And they're back having middle again. They're doing a good job of cleaning up the other combo though. They're doing a really good job of that, so that's good. They're a bit slow to move here, extremely slow. I don't know what they're doing. Oh my god, it's bothering me so much now that he's just staring at the ground. There could be someone on that crate. Yeah, there's a demo up there and he just never really looks up. It's really hard to dodge spam if you don't see the people that are going to be aiming for you. So I'll just keep emphasizing that he needs to start looking around a lot more.
Our control point is being captured.
Okay. Alright, luckily they got forward, so... Oh, they lost their demo. At this point, I'd say they probably just have to hold last. They really like at least peeking yard, and he kind of likes staying near this choke. But if he was keeping track of advantages, he would probably be playing in a much safer spot right now. Because there's always a chance that your team will spam them well enough that they'll have a hard time walking in on this point, and they might be hesitant to walk in and like pop and use their Uber on you. So there's always a chance that he could actually build his Uber up in time and defend second. But if he's playing so far forward, that's really unlikely because like they can just close the distance so much easier. But if they're spamming a little bit further back, safer, he'll have a better chance of building, I guess. Yeah, there he's just caught out in the middle, like on the point. I guess what he should be doing more is like thinking of where it's best for him to stand rather than always like following people into kind of risky areas, or at least communicating like to his soldier, I'd rather not stand here, or I need to be a bit safer, or something like that, because he's just following them around all over the place, even when he's putting himself at risk. And I guess I should say that maybe I'm wrong because I don't play medic, but that's just the way I see it. Okay.
Time has been alert. That control point is being captured. You failed.
So far, it's just sort of the same things. On Granary Middle especially, you have to look up because the soldiers are going to be jumping all over the crates and like jumping in the sky. But so on top of that, he's also never buffing any of his scouts. And ideally on mid, you're always healing a scout at some point. The more scouts healed, the better your chance of winning middle. So I'll also say, like, what might help a team like this that's starting out is just going over the middle fight a little bit more, like talking about what sequence of events you kind of want to happen. So you want a soldier to start jumping, and you know where your medic's going to be at that point. So you say where your scouts should be meeting up with him. So everyone kind of has an idea of what the flow of the middle is going to be, so that there's never any point like this where your medic is kind of stuck healing no one, or stuck out in the middle of nowhere just healing a demo or something, or stuck in the corner. Their team would probably flow a little bit better on middles if they went over that kind of thing.
Time has been added.
So once again, this is even Ubers, and I think they should just hold. Again, they need to group up in these situations and everyone get healed, then start peeking. And they've tended to give up a couple picks really early on these sort of situations. There they just sent in a scout all alone again. They're kind of leading too much, in my opinion, the scouts are.
Alert. The control point.
I guess it's okay to move when you have... I guess they have a number advantage, technically. I think someone just spawned on red. So, they're trying to move off that, but I think they should be just really careful here because they're pushing this and they know they don't have Uber. Kind of anything could happen, I guess, at this point. It's just risky. I don't like taking so many risks. Okay, there, exactly, once again, that scout was there, but he wasn't paying attention to who that scout was shooting. He was only looking at the guy who he was healing, and if he's going to be keeping his team up in Ubers, he has to pay attention to that. Alright, now they should just be pushing last. No matter who's alive, basically, on red, if they're on second, you can just go past them and go to last. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they won. Okay.